Hey guys, Jeremy back. More movies. Got them to show you. I was under weather for a little while, and then just life got busy. Doing a laundry room remodel, moving the laundry room from the first floor to the basement, and I was doing all the framing myself, running the vent for the dryer and all that, and had some people come in to do some plumbing. Because when you're breaking open the ground in your first floor, you don't want to be dealing with all that. Water getting under the basement floor, not a good deal. So had people do that part, but electrical and framing and insulating and all the fun that comes with that, I took care of. So sorry for the bad lighting. I got a light source up here-ish, that way, and it's not in the best spot. It kind of just, reflecting off my bright head. If I had my Kermit hat on, I'd probably look better. I actually do. But we're just going to do a quick video here. I plan to do a big catch-up video because I have gotten so many videos in the last couple months. It's somewhere in the area, definitely over 100. Definitely over 100 new things. Woody Allen movies, sleepers, and, I was just looking through all these. Modesty Blaze, which was kind of like a little bit of a parody of all the spy movies. This was in I think it was released in 69 or so. But I'm going to just go over what I've gotten. So in addition to Salvation Army, I tried hitting a new place yesterday. And where that was actually a place I'd never been to before called Value World. Now, Value World, what was cool about it is it had a big DVD area. And I have footage, and I'll probably show that in another video because this one I just want to keep short and sweet and mostly cover the Salvation Army. Maybe I'll just do that whole one on another video. But let's take a look at what I found at the Salvation Army. And I went there last Friday because I had the day off. So that was nice. As always, if you haven't subscribed and you like, seeing pickup videos as far as what people find out in the wild, definitely subscribe. I like to give away digital codes, so if you leave a comment down below talking about any of the movies I showed, I will probably reply to you and offer you one from a list of 100 some movies I have codes for because I don't stream the movies because I own them already. So, and one other thing. My reason for doing this is I don't like the streaming idea, the streaming wars that are just starting up now, where you're going to have to subscribe to several streaming services to get all the movies you want. Whereas I can just have them all in my personal collection. And check out my video on how I'm storing all of these. It does not take up as much space as you think. So anyway, without further ado, one of the ones I found, and this one, I haven't moved these into the other thin cases yet, but Harrison Ford, Paul Bettany, a movie called Firewall. Now, I had never heard of this one, but it's definitely, Harrison Ford movies are hit and miss. He liked to be in a lot of action-y movies, so you get character development. You definitely do in his movies, like Air Force One and such. But it's to the level you need it, meaning it doesn't go above and beyond. Paul Bettany, I most remember right now off the top of my mind from A Beautiful Mind. Off the top of my mind. A Beautiful Mind, because I was watching that the other day. Definitely a good Russell Crowe movie if you haven't watched it ever. It's a little bit of a sad movie, but at the same time, it's a movie that probably could happen to anyone any day as far as the main character and what he goes through in his life. So, next up, I've seen this up there before, I think. I picked it up because I actually looked at the cast and I said, okay, it's a sports movie, which I'm not a big sports guy, but it's a special edition, director's cut, old snapper movie, Any Given Sunday. So I picked this up because of the cast, mostly. With a cast like that, I'm looking at the back, Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx, Dennis Quaid, James Woods. Like I said, not a big fan of James Woods anymore. But other than that, great cast all around there. You can see the list here at the top, or their pictures at least. I think it shows their names. Oh yeah, they're there. Hopefully that's coming good okay. But yeah, I love these old snappers, how they're laid out. Lot less plastic use, much more environmentally friendly. Would have been nice for them to keep going with these myself. I don't know how they would have done dual discs. Maybe the same way or something similar. I don't think they really had a plan for that though. But Any Given Sunday. Now, this is something I picked up. Again, in case you haven't watched before, you're a new viewer, these are 50 cents each at My Salvation Army. So if I pick a movie up, it doesn't have to be that great for me to get it. I don't want to buy something I don't like. I did pass up on a few of them there, like The Hangover. Not a fan of Hangover. I know a lot of people are, but I just personally am not. And this, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I wanted to give it another try because I do like music movies. And so this one could be good, but that is Pitch Perfect. And it was in perfect condition, you know, like right off somebody's collection. And I just thought, well, why not? Why not pick this up? And it was in here. I was like, you know, sure, 50 cents. Boom, done. Next one. About a Boy. It's a Hugh Grant movie. I have seen this. I don't remember it though at all. And it does have Toni Collette in it, who my wife likes a lot. So I decided to pick this up. I thought that could be a really good movie. And let's see, feature commentary. And it does have a feature commentary with the directors. And I do listen to those occasionally. When I copy them off the DVD onto my HTPC, I do rip the commentary because there are times where even if it's just a small scene, I'll switch between the soundtracks and check out, you know, especially if it's something I've seen before. I'll listen, well, what were they thinking about this scene? Sometimes they're not even talking about that scene in the commentary. So sometimes you have to listen to a whole commentary where sometimes maybe they'll talk about that scene way earlier or way later in the film. But occasionally you can just switch over, hear something, go, okay, there's where that comes from. So that can be good, but not the biggest Hugh Grant fan. But I have seen that before, and I recall liking it. Next one is, speaking of musical-based things earlier with Pitch Perfect, is West Side Story with Natalie Wood. She does not do her singing in this. I recently learned from another YouTube channel. She does not do her singing. She's actually, it's actually dubbed over. But, there you go. And it says something here on the back. I was just looking at the music was by Leonard Bernstein. And yes, maybe everybody here knows that, but I didn't. So, there you go. West Side Story. All right. Never heard of this one, but I had just watched Sleeper the other day, which is a Woody Allen movie, older one. But this looks like it's a newer one based on the cast and everything, and Owen Wilson's in it. This is written and directed by Woody Allen. Midnight in Paris. Adrian Brody's in it. Kathy Bates, Owen Wilson, Rachel McAdams. Got a pretty good cast there. There you go. And I think this might be entertaining. Woody Allen's stuff is always a little eccentric. Maybe that's the way to phrase it. But I don't find it to be bad. I find it just to be interesting. So, you know, it depends on how you want to take the term interesting. I picked this up where I normally have passed on this movie in the past many times. But I picked this up because of the fact that it's a movie my son might like. Ben Stiller is the main star. Robin Williams is in it as well. It's Night at the Museum. And like I said, it's not my type of movie. However, for a family with a kid, it's probably really good. And it's got a commentary by director Sean Levy. And then even another commentary by the writers, which there's two of them. Thomas Lennon and Robert Ben Garant. So, Night at the Museum, good, pure fun for the entire family. Look at this. It even says it on the back. Pure fun for the entire family. So, you know, how can you go wrong? This was interesting. And it's a Hollywood Video previously viewed movie. God, they tried to sell these things for a ton of money used back in the day, didn't they? Hollywood Video. So Adrian Brody and Keira Knightley in a movie called The Jacket. So I know nothing about this, nothing about it, but I like Keira Knightley, and I like Adrian Brody at least enough to watch a movie with them in it. There's some actors I cannot stand, and off the top of my head, I can't think of any of them. But there's certain ones. Oh, Katherine Heigl. There you go. But this one could be a very interesting movie, just based on some of the background images there in the cover, and this thing going on right here in the back. So, I don't know, but I'm willing to take a shot on it for 50 cents. Speaking of 50 cents, this is going to be bad. I know it's going to be bad. I do like John C. Reilly, and my wife said she did see part of this already and said it was pretty rough, but I figure I'd give it a shot. It is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. So there you go. Whether that's going to be any good or not, I don't know. It does have audio commentary with John C. Reilly and Judd Apatow. Sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes you buy one of these movies and the movie itself isn't that great, but the audio commentary more than makes up for it. Let's say you're not a big Goonies fan, but you think it's an okay movie. The commentary on the Goonies movie is pretty good because they had all the kids there, and they even have a video thing up in the corner that is on. I don't remember if it's on all the time or only part of the time, but it's a pretty good thing. The only thing bad about the audio commentary on Goonies is Corey Feldman just cannot keep his mouth shut. I think he's on cocaine or something. He's just going. It's like, Christ, dude, stop. Just stop for a second. Take a breath. Like that. All right. This movie I did not love, and I think it's part of it was overhyped. I definitely think it was overhyped, but I do like Emma, God, I'm going to say the wrong Emma. I'm going to say Emma Watson. Emma Stone. I did say the wrong one. I do like Emma Stone. I actually like Emma Watson, but not as much as Emma Stone. Anyway, she looked really skinny to me in this, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, if she is healthy, then, hey, so be it. But she looks super skinny. But I liked parts of this movie, especially the opening dance sequence. It was really well done. It looked almost like a continuous kind of deal where the camera is just panning and it looked continuous. Whether it was or not, I don't know. Maybe just magic of editing. But this is an okay movie for 50 cents, and it was sealed when I got it. I opened it up because, as always, I'm going to be moving these to the thinner cases and getting rid of these beautiful eco cases and just giving them away or selling them or what have you. And then the last pickup that I had there, Salvation Army, and this was kind of cool to find because I have thought about picking this up in the past and for more than 50 cents, was a movie called The Fault in Our Stars. I know nothing about this, but for some reason I want to see it. The cover almost reminds me a little of the Nick and Nora's Ultimate Playlist or whatever it's called, Infinite Playlist. But I know it's probably not a happy movie. It says here, I can tell you, it says, Hazel and Gus share a sarcastic sense of humor, a distaste for the conventional, and ultimately a love that sweeps them on an unforgettable journey. Although the two teens face unlikely challenges, their courage and dedication to each other prove that while life isn't perfect, love can still be extraordinary. Laura Dern and Sam Trammell also star in this powerfully moving film based on John Green's New York Times bestselling novel, and still had the digital code that I believe does redeem. So this, if you wanted to see this, leave a comment about it, or leave a comment about any of the movies I talked about, and you can have the digital code from this. Pretty sure it still worked. I will, send a list to the, whatever comment I think is the best that I get within the next couple of days. Now, I'll show you the quick Value World pickups I had. There weren't a lot. They had a ton of stuff, though. I mean, a lot. But why did I not pick up as much stuff? $2 each. If it was 50 cents each, I would have been buying like there's no tomorrow. $2 each for any Blu-rays or DVDs, which means Blu-rays I'll definitely be picking up there. They only had one Blu-ray. I think it was a movie called Thunderstruck, which looked like it was about basketball. Not interested. They did have VHS selection. VHSs are $1 each, which is nice. And then they had the DVDs. My God, I can't even describe to you how many DVDs they had. But here's what I ended up picking up. Some VHS. I picked up Santa Claus the movie. However, it plays like crap. So I'm not going to try ripping it. It's just horrible. And I should have known because I did see this on the back when I was buying it, duplicated in EP mode. You know, that right there should have been the tipper to me, not to get it. But it's I mean, it's not the greatest movie to begin with, but you know, I guess I'll just put this on the wall like I have other VHSs downstairs. I also picked up a different one here called Mickey, or a Walt Disney Christmas. This is from like 1982, I believe. That's what I looked up on the moviedb.com. It basically just has 6 different cartoons on it. Once Upon a Wintertime, which is a Silly Symphonies one. Santa's Workshop is Silly Symphonies. The Night Before Christmas is Silly Symphonies. And then it has Pluto's Christmas Tree, which is with Chip and Dale and Mickey. There's On Ice, which is all of the Disney characters. And then Donald's Snow Fight, which is Donald versus Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So, and that's my son you might be hearing in the background because he talks at this level all the time. Now this is the one I was really happy about picking up. This is the clincher if you've been watching through the whole video. This is the whoa moment. Muppet Classic Theater, where 6 fairy tales take a wacky twist. So this, I was like, oh God, is this an animated Muppet thing? Because there was animated Muppets as part of Muppet Babies when it became Muppet Babies. It became Muppets, Babies, and Monsters 2. And it was like a 3-part show. But this is actually 6 sketches like King Midas and the 3 Little Pigs and such. And they're acted out by the Muppet characters. So it's the Muppets playing other characters, you know, acting them out. What's cool about this is not out on DVD. So that's why I picked it up. It's not released on DVD. Do they ever release it on DVD? I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't. But the way things are, I could see them putting on Disney Plus, but probably not a DVD release now. And then I picked up 2. Oh, I've seen those. 2 DVDs. One of them here is One Night at Mccools, which stars Liv Tyler, Matt Dillon, John Goodman, Paul Reiser, and Michael Douglas. One Night at Mccools. I don't know if it's any good, but I do like Liv Tyler. She looks pretty hot there on the back. Look at that. Yeah. You know, pretty hot. So I picked that up. It says it's the smartest and funniest comedy of the years, according to some guy that worked for Time Magazine at the time. And then this is a movie called Run, Lola, Run. And I actually love how this cover, the font is on it. Just kind of like jumps off at you. Probably not getting a good glimpse of it through the camera there. But this was the winner of the Audience Award for the Sundance Film Festival. And it's pretty cool looking, at least on the back. The idea is basically that it says here, time is running out for Lola. She's just received a frantic phone call from her boyfriend who's lost a small fortune belonging to his mobster boss. If Lola doesn't replace the money in 20 minutes, Manny will surely suffer severe consequences. Set to a throbbing techno score. Lola's like a human stun gun. I don't know what they mean by that, but both of these were part of the collection of this S. Houston up here. S. Houston. She took good care of her discs, so I gotta say. See? I thought that was kind of funny that both movies I picked up were hers. So S. Houston, thank you for donating these movies. I have bought them from Value World. So, thrifting complete. Thanks for checking this video out. Please leave a like below. Subscribe if you haven't. And leave a comment if you want a digital copy. I'll send you a list of what I got. If I think you left a good comment, and I'll see you all next time. So thanks for joining me. Bye.